All right, we should be live here in just a second. Oh shit, my beard's all fucked up on the side. Too many bitches were pulling on it. Your mom fucking burned you. There'd be like one person listening. They're gonna be like, "What the fuck did I do?" So, hello, we're live. Dun 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 dun. Put this shit in. What else we got? Yeah, I gotta wait for it to be pairing. Oh, what do we got? Bluetooth. Cancel. Connect. Dun-dun. Dramatic and shit. It's the final. What day is this? Thursday. This is the final Thursday stream on this channel. Quite exciting. Quite exciting. I would have to argue. All right, let me just switch everything up. Switch everything up. Oh, my ear itches. Well, yeah. So this is the last Thursday night stream here on this bitch ass channel. We'll be back over on the main one at this time next week. I'm not sure if we'll be doing that game though. So, it's the Giants and the Eagles. I have genuinely I don't even think I'm gonna watch that game. What's up, Jack? Yeah, I know your Braves are doing really good. They won again. They're up 3-1 right now in the series. So one more, and you go to the World Series to play the Rays, or they're the Astros, whatever team. I forgot the Rays keep blowing it. It's like, oh, are you gonna pull it off, or are you gonna blow it? Bell on Chiefs, unbelievable. Yeah. Like 2 years ago, that's crazy. That's so crazy. Like 2 years ago. I'm glad they did that, to be honest. I don't personally think that's gonna end well. I think Bell should have gone to Miami personally, so he could be the feature back, the number one guy, get a big chunk of the carries. I don't know if Bell has the ego to allow himself to become just another option in what is a very good offense. You know what I mean? Not to take away from Bell, but he's not going to be the number one option. He's not even going to be the number one running back, in my opinion. What's up, Clayton? But it just really depends on how they use him. If they use him kind of in a sparing role, he could be very dangerous because that means he can come in and gun it. He can gas it every single play. And if Le'Veon can come in and gas it every single play, then go sit down for a couple plays, that's a problem. Sorry, my nose is really itchy on the left side today for some reason. My mustache is getting bad. I think it was just a 1-year vet min. I haven't heard any kind of dollars. Someone would have to tell me dollars, but I know it's a 1-year vet min, I think. What's up, Kenny? No, I don't think any team's going undefeated. Oh my God, dog. Nah. It's brutal. It's fucking brutal. Seattle doesn't have the defense. Yeah, no, their defense is really bad. They'll eventually lose a couple games. I'm starting to think that the Patriots might win the Super Bowl again, though. The more I think about it, the more I'm like, oh yeah, we're winning this shit. But we don't need to have that discussion. I know that comes out of completely nowhere. But just remember I said that on October 15th. You could screenshot this. You could video record this. I'm 90% positive we're going to win the Super Bowl this year. And everyone's going to be really upset about it. I didn't think this last year, by the way. I genuinely don't think we're going to lose in the playoffs. But And once we trounce the Bills, I think we'll shut a lot of people up about the Buffalo winning our division. But I think if we match up so well against the Kansas City Chiefs, it's not even funny. Let's go Philly this week. Yeah, they're gonna smash them. Do I think the Jets? No, I think the Jets can win 1 or 2. I've been saying the Patriots are winning it this year for a long time now. I think you're right, Trey. And as I seen what my defense really looked like against the Chiefs as it completely warmed up, we only gave up 19 points on offense to the Chiefs. Probably would have been less had we had our offense. If Cam was playing, we might have given up only 12 points of offense to the Chiefs. 13, sorry. That might have been it. I genuinely believe that. We might have held them to just 20 points. We'll see though. Our defense suddenly became really good again. Like it's like probably the best in the NFL right now. I'm not even being biased. The fact that the Patriots can just suddenly run for 250 yards a game is being very, very under cared about. Like the Patriots can run for almost 300 yards a game, and they have that defense behind it with Cam Newton at quarterback. I don't know why the media isn't pointing out how good the Patriots rushing attack is, but we're averaging when Cam's out there like 200 a game on the ground, and that's fucking crazy. When the Ravens were doing that last year, averaging all those rush yards, people were like, dude, that's like one of the best rushing attacks I've ever seen. Patriots are dropping 200 on teams without much problem. And it's kind of just being like, and like teams are stacking the box against us and it's not working. We're playing bully ball. No, yeah, Hoyer was awful. He was goddamn terrible. Yeah, I don't think people are ready for what the Patriots are about to unleash. Denver is about to get it first. That's all I have to. Denver's the first victim. Bring back AB. Goddamn, every day I wake up, Chad. Every fucking day I wake up hoping and praying that we signed Antonio Brown. That Robert Kraft got over it and we just signed him back in. Like, come on, welcome back, AB. Because Bill wants him. You fucking know Bill Belichick will take him back in a heartbeat. He loves Antonio Brown. He fucking loves everybody. And I'm sure it's just Robert Kraft that still has it kind of like, it's like, please, Kraft, please give us back AB. Please. Like, yeah, I don't think Locke's ready to play our division. Best play from the 2019. I don't know, Clayton. What's your best play from the 2019 season? I'm not too sure. Packers have the best offense. They're up there, 9-2 Braves. The Patriots do need to trade for somebody. Whether it's AJ Green, which I don't know about, but I also think AJ Green might be a situation of it's not, again, like we said yesterday, AJ Green isn't Randy Moss, but it's a similar situation to where AJ Green may look a lot worse than what he is because he don't want to fucking play for Cincinnati anymore. He hasn't wanted to play for the Bengals for 2-3 years. And then he thought he was going to want to play for him this year. And now he's just like, oh, yeah, fuck this. I don't want to do this. I really don't want to do this. Dude, what does Josh Norman tell his family when he goes home? Like, does he go home and tell his wife, like, hey, my new name is Josina Norman. I lost my manhood. No, we'll never see Hopkins leave the Cardinals. I would say Green is a very likely candidate to be traded to the Patriots. Just because I could see a Mosk-esque kind of situation. Because when I've watched AJ play, it's not that he still has burst and separate separation, like you can see it initially. Like there's this thing he's doing where he shows you he could get past the receiver still, then he shuts it down. Like go watch some of his tape. It's fucking strange. What he does is he like, okay, here's the defender, here's him. He like starts and goes like this. He gets pat, and then the defender like he watch what I do. He like gets around him and then stops, and then the defender goes like that. It's like this weird shit where the defense like he goes, oh yeah, I'm way past this defender, and I would have burned this cocksucker, but I don't care. I just don't care. And I think if he goes to another team, you'll see. I personally think. I don't think he wants to play for Cincinnati, and that's a big factor. I also think that the Jets could be trading Jamison Crowder. The Jets they're shopping Quinnen Williams right now. And Sam Darnold, Quinnen Williams. I'm sure they're shopping Jamison Crowder. Apparently, it's a fire sale in New York right now, and it's real. The Patriots actually there's big time interest in Jamison Crowder to the Patriots, and that's actually one I could see happening. We believe it or not, the Patriots and the Jets have like a weirdly good trading. They don't not trade with each other. I wouldn't be stunned to see a player like Crowder get traded to the Pats. If they're doing a fire sale, we'll go get Jamison Crowder. Just go get him. That'd be awesome. That'd be all we needed is fucking Jamison Crowder. That's literally all we need is like a Jamison Crowder for the Patriots. Just one guy we can depend on to catch a fucking football. N'Keal Harry might be that guy, but we got to see it still. I personally think that game against the what was that last game we played? That Chiefs game, actually, where N'Keal caught that touchdown, I believe, and he said, "Don't play with me." I think that's the moment. Sometimes you see it in a player where the whole league just suddenly goes like this. And I think that was the play for N'Keal Harry where it went, oh, I just figured out how to really dog this whole fucking league. Because you could almost read his body language. Like that was one of the most needed touchdowns this dude has ever had in his career. Sorry, I'm just fucking with something. But yeah, I think N'Keal is about to turn page. We don't have to only talk about the Patriots though, so that's fine. Well, yeah, that stiff arm performed by Derrick Henry might be one of the most nasty things I've ever seen in football. Like it might be. I've been thinking about it. I'm like, man, what other kind of stiff arm have I ever seen that's been nastier than that fucking stiff arm? Dude, Josh turned sideways and flew through the air. Like that's so fun. Like that's such a brutal stiff arm. I don't think Claypool is the backup anymore. Hey DSF, I don't think Claypool is the backup any longer. I think Deontay Johnson is now the backup for Claypool. So Deontay Johnson has a really good backup in or Claypool has a really good backup now in Deontay Johnson. It's really dope. How quickly the NFL changes. Oh hell yeah! Congratulations, Pro Galaxy. I know you're a Braves fan. Yeah, Claypool should be your number one. I don't even understand, or you just be your starting slot receiver. I don't know if he's necessarily got the true number one speed or separation ability, but yeah, slot receiver number one. Yeah, 100%. Claypool reminds me a lot of Hines Ward. I don't know if anybody else got that kind of feeling watching Claypool. I'm fair. Does anybody else get that feeling? That Claypool is literally just Hines Ward reincarnated in like the same body. Just like, oh, you mean he's a tall, strong motherfucker? Yeah, that sounds like Hines Ward. So like that sounds exactly like Hines Ward. You mean Hines Ward is Claypool? He's back. How the fuck did they get Hines Ward again? Type situation. That's what it feels. That's what it feels like. Hines Ward was a brutal motherfucker, and yeah, but Hines Ward was also never really fast. Yeah, I wasn't super like Claypool can move, yeah, but I don't see the speed as his dominant factor. I see the fact that you can't tackle him. He's like a DK Metcalf. And they're kind of a similar vein to a Des Bryant. It's one of those. Oh yeah, Hines is a little shorter too. But I just mean this, like the physical, like the physicality that Claypool, you can see it's gonna come. But I also could see him being like a Des Bryant, that kind of super physical Kenny Golladay type receiver. Though, like I use Dez as like a archetype, right? Because Dez, when he was at his prime, Dez was unfucking real. Let's be very honest about Des Bryant. I know it's oh, it says awkwardly. Yeah, it's a good word. And I don't mean it like, oh, I'm awkward. No, I mean it like, you know, it's a prop. When you properly use awkward, there are things that are awkward. Things look awkward. Like a bent table holding, like a bent pole holding up something. It's awkward looking. It's going to fall down. You know what I mean? It looks weird. It's off. Packers. No, I don't think the Packers are going to trade for anybody. I think they like their team. To be fair, there's also not really a ton. Like, unless you're going to go for like a Crowder, an AJ Green, maybe try and see if the Falcons are selling anybody, but they said they kind of weren't. I don't know anyone else who's selling right now, anything worth buying. The Lions might be trying to sell Marvin Jones. But again, I don't think the Packers could get their hands on Marvin Jones. If actually, you know what? I could see the Pats going for Marvin Jones, actually. I always forget Marvin Jones. And there's always like Marvin Jones always has that there's already like a weird connection with Jones to New England. 4.42, really? He didn't look that fast. Never mind then. Yeah, he could play 1 or 2. Never mind. I'm completely wrong. I don't think he looked that fast. I guess when defensive backs are running a 4.38 and shit now, I wouldn't even care. Juju is the real deal. You have heard it here. Oh yeah, no, he's really good. Yeah, Claypool is really good. Because obviously the Lions should probably be shopping Marvin Jones. Galladay, Marvin Hall, all those guys are perfectly fine options. Lions have a rich of receivers right now, like a plethora of them. They could trade one of them and be completely fine. That Quintez Cephas can completely step in. Marvin Hall can completely step in. Danny Amendola plays a slot. Kenny Galladay's clearly a beast. Hawkinson. They don't need Marvin Jones, and Marvin Jones is a good enough wide receiver where they could probably get like a 3rd-round pick for Marvin. I'd imagine, yeah, a 3rd-round pick. You could easily get a 3rd, maybe a 4th. No, yeah, you could demand a 3rd for Marvin, I would say. It's not like he doesn't produce. It's just like when you got Kenny Golladay, what are you supposed to do? Yeah, hey Jeremy, I could definitely see your Jets trading. No, the Lions are not getting rid of Golladay. Oh, no way. No. Mike, I think the Lions could fire sale everybody except Kenny Golladay would be available. They'd be like, everybody but Kenny Golladay is available. What? Yeah, we're not trading Kenny. Everybody else can get fucked, but Kenny Galladay's staying on this team. For some reason, the Lions don't care. As long as they got something like that, they're like, listen, we could win some games with just him. I'd be fine if the Pats picked up Marvin Jones, as long as we don't have to overpay a 3rd or a 4th for a guaranteed number 2. Like, yeah, I'll take Marvin Jones. He'll eat double coverage. That's the thing with like a receiver like Jones, or like for any team that might trade for a guy like Marvin Jones. I wouldn't be upset if my team got him. What he'll do is he eats double coverage, and if he's single covered, he's going to beat a guy, like, because he's going to go. He's not a true 1, so you need to put him at 2. But he'll burn a number 2. Like, he'll burn a second corner in single coverage. So, and he's not like drop prone. It's just he's just not the guy for us. We have another receiver. His career has sort of been kind of shitty. It's been like AJ Green and then Kenny Galladay has been kind of the thing that's yeah, I would imagine Stafford's entirely off limits. I would imagine unless the new coach comes in and wants to start like a new identity with like a running quarterback, I would imagine Stafford's completely off the table. You know what I mean? Unless, again, though, there could be a situation where the Lions want to maybe try a new offensive philosophy with a RPO running quarterback, which they could, which is the smart thing. We can't build lines in Detroit. I honestly think it would be for the best if the Lions decided to burn it the fuck down, send Stafford out to New England or something. You know, wherever he chooses to go. Bye-bye, Cam. Welcome in Stafford, you know. No big deal. I don't know why New England, but and then but if they wanted to go running quarterback, I would like that. Last year he would have won the Super Bowl with them, but this year, no, the defense is too bad. I think the Lions might have a better defense than Buffalo. In all honesty, and that's not even me just making fun of Buffalo. You know what I mean? It's just Buffalo's defense is really bad. Like at least Detroit has something of a pass rush. I take Mike Williams and the Chargers, not quite a one, but yeah, exactly, Mike. But I don't think they'll ever trade Mike Williams and Keenan Allen. Not now that Herbert has too good a rapport with those two guys. I don't think they'll let him go. I mean, maybe man, I don't know. I don't know if they trade Mike Williams. I don't know if they trade either one of those two guys. They're like, suck our dicks. We have really good receivers here. We're not letting them go. Same here, Clayton. School sucks. But I do think the right place for Stafford to go would be somewhere. Kenny Stills. Kenny Stills. No, I think the Dolphins are too good. Unless he's not on the Dolphins anymore. Where the fuck is Kenny Stills at? Yo, Doc, fuck the Bills. They stink. Imagine thinking that Allen was going to... All you chumps who said Allen's going to be an MVP candidate all year. What are you doing? Come on. What I tell you, he beat the fucking Jets and Dolphins, and everyone thought he was like the second coming of Christ. And then he lost. Then he played... he looked slightly worse against the Rams, and it was like, oh, that's okay. You know, not too bad. And then... What the fuck? What game am I missing? He played the Raiders, looked really good, you know, against a team that had both of its best secondary members out. By the way, I'm not lying. Their first round draft pick out, who's played extremely well, and Abrams was out. So and then all of a sudden, old Josh Allen played a team with a real defense. And everyone's making excuses. Oh, the only reason Buffalo lost was because of their defense. Well, you mean the Titans' defense? Yeah, that's the reason Buffalo lost is defense. Yeah, the Titans' defense made them lose. 100%. Titans' defense fucked that bitch-ass offense up something fierce. Josh Allen had no idea what to do with that defense. They dropped 7 to 8 guys into coverage, and if they dropped 7, they kept a spy and they rushed 3. That dude was fucking confused all evening long. And you know what the worst part for Josh Allen is, since he didn't show that that he could respond to that drop 7, drop 8 thing that they do with Mahomes. You know that's all defenses are going to do to him now. Until he can figure out how to read that defense. Yeah, Josh is a really good quarterback against when his team is up and he's not playing a good team. I think he panics a lot. That's very right, Chad. He panics under pressure and he panics with a lead or when he's trailing. He goes from making good, accurate short throws to chunk down the field to the second he's behind a little bit. Like he gets behind by a touchdown, and all of a sudden his ass goes from we can methodically move the ball 5 to 10 yards at a time to I got to make 50-yard throws right the fuck now. And he just starts shooting it down the field. And this is like, what are you doing, dude? They're playing you in cover 7 right now. Why are you shooting it down the field? You're gonna get picked, and he gets picked off. The Titans literally that second pick. By the way, that second pick. You know what happened? Go rewatch it. Go look at where Malcolm Butler was standing. He was standing behind a receiver, just waiting there. He overthrew a motherfucker right into the hands of a defender. The fuck did I tell you was going to start happening? I can't believe I didn't notice where Malcolm Butler was when he picked. Dude, it was he intercepted an overthrow. He literally was standing in anticipation of an overthrow. Do I like McDonald's? They're trying to get better, McDonald's. But just go watch it. He overthrows a receiver, and he gets picked off. What did I tell you was going to start happening? Those overthrows, no matter where they are, they turn into interceptions by about year 3, year 4, because the defense reads what your panic is. The Titans knew if we get a lead and this fucking dude starts panicking, he's going to overshoot receivers. And they were playing just a bit off and playing for overthrows. Go look at the way that's why those curls kept working to Stephon Diggs. The comebacks and the curl routes, that's why those were killing the Titans, because the Titans were playing for overthrows. Go fucking look. As soon as they had a lead, they were playing this fucking dude for overthrows, and it worked beautifully once. I mean, Butler stood there and went like this and almost ran a touchdown back in. It was beautifully played, and I'm telling you guys, good defenses are going to tee off on this fucking dude. What's up, Anonymous? How's it going, man? Yeah, the Dodgers just blew it tonight, man. Kershaw is just not a playoff pitcher. You know, there's just small things you notice. Small things you notice. And I've also seen quarterbacks with similar accuracy woes with overthrow problems. And the only reason I know how that was going to go, you've seen it before in the NFL. No. I think the Steelers should go, for Darnold. They should genuinely trade their second or third round pick, probably their second round pick for Darnold. No, I think the Chiefs blow the Bills out, to be honest. Who is going to cover anybody for the Bills? White's out again, I'm pretty sure, by the way. Like, I'm fairly certain White's out with the thing that he's dealing with again, which means it's just Josh Norman trying to cover Tyreek Hill. Okay, we have that. Who's covering Kelsey? Who's the fuck is covering McCall Hardman? Who's going to cover Bell? Who's going to cover Clyde Edwards-Helaire? Dude, the Chiefs are about to murder that team. I don't know why people think it's going to be close. Chiefs are going to score every 2 plays, dude. There's no Buffalo doesn't have a defense. Did you see how easily the Titans just scored on them? Have you seen how did you really go watch? Go watch the way that the Bills have played games this year. I'm going to read some scores for you from them. It's almost stunning. This is the same Bills of last year. Listen to this shit. They gave up 17 points to the Jets. They gave up 28 points to the Dolphins, 32 points to the Rams, 23 points to the Raiders, and 42 points to the Titans. They don't have a good defense. It is definitely not the same as last year. It is very much not a good unit anymore, that Bills defense. It is completely collapsed for whatever reason. Uh-oh. What the hell is this? There we go. Pop that back up. Boom, bang, pow. Our defense. Yeah, the Patriots defense, I think, woke up against the Chiefs. So I'm not worried about our defense any longer. The unit seems to be pretty solid. Oh, thank you guys. We have 7 likes. I appreciate that. I had to reset my playback. It's going to be a good game. The Steelers and the Browns might be one of the better games this weekend. Let's see what some of these games are. Well, as long as no COVID happens. Carolina and, the Falcons might not have. Where I'm not sure with the Falcons and Vikings and the Panthers Bears. Like, I'm fairly certain the Panthers are going to be okay. It sounds like a very similar situation to the to the Vikings when they played the Titans and nobody on the Vikings got exposed, despite 20 motherfucking Titans players. The overall 20 people getting it. So far, I think with the Falcons, isn't it still just the 2 confirmed cases? The rookie who got it, and then the coach. So it's only 2 people who got it. I think the other 2 cases that were reported turned out to be false positives. So it's only turned out to be 2. But I have a belief that the Falcons are about to have an outbreak. So I don't think the Vikings Falcons game is going to happen this weekend. But I hope I'm wrong. But based on the way I've watched COVID and sports work, if it's 1 case, not much to worry about. You know what I mean? That normally means it's just an isolated incident. Somebody got the sickness. And then but the Falcons, but the Panthers, I think they're going to be A-okay to play. I think they'll be all right. We have yet to see team-to-team transmission in like any sport, by the way. Even in baseball, like when a player had it, they played at teams like the Marlins. Nobody on the Mets got it from them, or the Brewers, I believe. I forgot what team they were playing. They didn't get it or spread it to anybody, or when the Phillies had a problem, or when the Cardinals had a problem. It just hasn't really spread like that. So let's hope to God that the Panthers are still good to go. We'll be doing the Broncos Patriots here on the channel. Lions and Jags, they should flex to to 4 o'clock. There's only 2 4 o'clock games. They should definitely flex the Lions out to 4 so I could do both of them. Sound very liberal. Sure. Your favorite founding fathers were also very liberal. So I don't know what you mean. Is that a bad thing? America was formed by liberal thinking people. Conservatives technically would have wanted to stay loyal to the crown, based on the nature of the name. But some people really are pretty fucking stupid. And anyway, I don't care. I don't care about politics, man. I'm not very liberal. I would say I'm pretty libertarian. I don't really like laws. I don't really like the government. I don't really like any of that shit. I just want to live. You know what I mean? I don't care. I think that's the closest thing I could identify as. It would be more libertarian, just because I just genuinely don't want to be bothered with anything, dog. Like, is it hurting somebody? No, then we probably don't need it to be a law. Can we just... You don't vote? This is the first election or thing I can vote in. I wasn't a citizen until 2016. So no, I haven't voted yet. I haven't been a citizen. Wasn't born here. So, Yeah, I'm not voting for Trump though. That dude's a straight liar. He just says random shit. I don't. I have very good memory. I've heard him say things and then say he didn't say them. And to me, that's just like, well, that's just fucking lying. Plus, it's just like more fucking bullshit. He didn't do anything he said he was going to really do. All he's done is put judges in. I don't give a fuck about judges, dog. Like, the country's all shitty. Nah, I'm not having a good time. America doesn't certainly feel good. He won't take any kind of responsibility for anything. Yet he blamed everything that happened on Obama. But anything bad that's happened for old Donald Trump has been the fault of Democratic governors and Democratic mayors. But anything good is the result of what Donald Trump has done. Anything bad is the result of Democratic governors and mayors. Despite, anything that happened bad under Obama was the fault of Obama, not Democratic or Republican mayors or governors fiddling with him. It's the hyper inconsistency I don't really like about the Trump administration. I don't like that. And I'm not going to say the Biden administration is going to be any better, but I mean, I just seen 4 years of what the Trump administration was, and no thank you on another 4. Like, I'm not very political, man, but like, I don't like consistent motherfuckers like that. You know what I mean? I just genuinely, it's just like, dude, that's like, like, I don't like that. And I quite enjoyed the Obama presidency. I got to become a citizen under the Obama presidency. So to me, you gotta understand, like, I have like a weird thing where it's just like, I wouldn't mind that again because I got to become a citizen when Obama, Biden were in office. Like, I wouldn't have had a problem with Trump being president. I'll be real honest, because I don't think he did anything that bad or good to warrant to not be reelected as a reincumbent. But the way COVID's gone, it's been a disaster. Like, it's been an unmitigated fucking disaster. And I lived through fucking swine flu. I was like 17, 16, 15 years old. I have a very good memory of that. It wasn't that bad. Things never got as bad as this. And it started in like Mexico. Like that. It never got this bad, dude. I do not remember swine flu ever getting anywhere near this. Like, things were a little weird, but like, that wasn't that bad. It never got close. Like, swine flu was like a walk in the fucking park. I know one person who got it, and he got very sick, unfortunately, but he was able to live through it. I don't know why. I don't know. It's, until this Corona thing happened, I thought Trump was walking away with the re-election. I genuinely thought he was it was his. He won. I was like, well, we're gonna have Trump for 8 years. It's gonna be weird. Now I don't think so. But we'll see. I think the Corona thing is going to be a lot more impactful on this election than people think. I think it's the reason Biden's going to wind up potentially winning. I don't know. I don't really know politics that well. I'll be honest. I've never predicted an election correctly. Literally every election I've ever said, the opposite person's won. My dad, I think, asked me who I thought was going to win the American Bush versus Gore. I said, I don't know, Gore. And then, nope, I was wrong on that. And then the Bush re-election, I thought Kerry was going to win. Nope. Obama's first run, I was like, oh, there's no way this country's putting a black guy in. Because that was my like first year in America, I believe. And I went, I don't know about that. I don't think he's popular enough. And then I was like, wow, Obama won. And then in college, I was like, I don't know, Mitt Romney's pretty cool. I would have voted for Mitt Romney. I just enjoyed him as a person. I was like, this Mormon guy is just so likable. Genuinely, I liked Mitt Romney. I was like, he should run again in 2016. He'd probably win the presidency if he runs in 2016. Oh boy, was I goddamn wrong about that. And then I was like, Hillary's going to destroy Trump. I genuinely thought that was a slam dunk. I was one of them people that went around going, you stupid motherfucker, really? Well, Hillary did actually win the election. Technically. I mean, if we lived in an actual democracy, Hillary would have been the president. I mean, like 65 to 62 million. Who got more votes? The other one did, but the other one got more electoral votes because we don't live in a true democracy. Let's see about 2021 because I'm done with this year too. Biden wins, it's going to be a lot better than it is now. Trust me. And I genuinely don't think I think Trump will probably wind up leaving peacefully. I know he's talking a lot of shit, but at the end of the day, they're just going to send the army in there and remove him. And if he puts up a fight, his ass is going and sitting in a prison cell. It's not like it's hard. It's like, dude, you're going to get court-martialed out the fucking... They'll evict your ass. They'll have your shit on the lawn, bro. Out by the curb so some homeless can get into it. You know, I'll be out there on eviction day. I'll be standing by the fucking garbage pickup. Once it hits the curb, it's yours. You can grab anything. And they probably got some nice ass shit up in that White House right now. I'll take some of the Trump shit, right? I'll run with it. Blip. Got me a nice new couch. Blip. I'll carry it. I can carry about a 200-pound couch. I did that with that couch. I carried this couch home. Remember when I fucked my shoulder all up? I'll do it again. Got good shoulders now, bro. The military doesn't like Trump. Exactly. The generals he'll be quickly dealt with. Yeah, the generals will just they'll just come remove him. It's not that difficult of a process. He'll be taken out. The army will remove him from office if he wants to put up a fight about it. What's he gonna do? Bring up his Trump militias, like them idiots that just got arrested in my state? If that's the Trump army that's gonna try to fight against the United States Army and Trump's insurrection, was it gonna last like 20 minutes, 30 minutes? You know, that'll be like that'll be the fastest war I think I've ever seen in my entire life. If it's a bunch of guys like that just got arrested in Michigan for trying to kidnap the governor, oh, fuck that, dude. That's like a 20-minute war. That's like 400 shots from the U.S. military, and that whole thing is just done. Because, again, that's who they are going to be declaring war against. The United States military. Not us, not me. It's the United States military is who Trump would be declaring war against. And if those goofy Boogaloo boys are his army, a bunch of fat dudes that can't really do much, that can't grow beards and shit, like shitty beards, they kind of look like me if I got a buzz cut. You know what I really genuinely don't like is that I look like a lot of them motherfuckers if I was to get a short buzz cut, I would fucking be suspected of being one of them people. And I'd be like, no, I don't like any of that shit. I'm fine with the US government, you know? I'm not a neo-Nazi, I'm a Jew. I don't know how to tell you this. I'm from Israel. I'm probably like the farthest thing from that. I actually don't. I prefer them people not to get in charge, actually, because they'll put my ass on a ship back to the fucking Middle East. Get out of here, you half Arab. All right, have your white ethno state. I'm leaving anyway. Yeah, I'd prefer them not to be in charge. But if I shaved my head, I'd look like 90% of them. It's a terrible fate. It's a terrible fate. I'm very white looking. Democrats 100% and Republican craps. Yeah, we do desperately need some kind of like third party, the dirty party, to emerge. I could become king. You're the king of America. See, that's the problem. If you ever see me start running for office, you'd be like, hey, that motherfucker wants to be a dictator. He's openly stated that, and that is very true. If I ever start going for political power, it means that something in my brain flipped, and I want to be a dictator, and I'm gonna take over, and I'll probably get it too. I'll just be very conniving. I'll tell my brother I'll go back home for a couple years, make a lot of connections with a lot of money, and then just become a dictator. I'll just get some high financing bankers, be like, listen, I have an idea to take over America. Falsify some birth records that I lived in this motherfucker my whole life. I look American. This will be taken over. This will be new Israel, baby. We got a whole 50 states here. And the evangelicals will just let it happen. They just be like, okay, that's awesome. That would be the thing, is I'd take that base, you know, and Like, listen, we need to do this. You need to let me have full control so we can put all the Jews in the Middle East to complete your weird biblical shit. And then there's nothing you can do about it. Once you get the evangelicals completely devote to their weird end times biblical thing, you can take over the whole world with that for like a couple years. And then they'll kill me. Like, they'll just kill me when they go, yeah, I was lying to you. Fuck you. And then, once I'm done being dictator, after I get bored. But yeah, you'd have to use the evangelical end times prophecies. But I'm pretty sure that's how you could take over America. I don't know why these injuries. The COVID's going to happen in the NFL. We're going to see that happen quite a bit this year because it's like 80 to 90 people involved. It's just like 3 baseball teams don't even make up like one NFL operation. So it's like, holy shit. So the fact that we've really only had like 4 scares, that's not that bad. Yeah, I agree, Chad. That scares me so bad. But as like a Jew, it's just like, well, this is good times for Israel. You got to understand, as somebody who's very pro-Israel, like half of me is like, oh, God damn it, this isn't good. I feel so bad for women. But like as a Jew, man, Israel is about to be in good times. Any kind of aid we might need, boom, right through. There's going to be like 7-2 fucking majorities and shit on helping Israel. We're going to be getting 6-3, 6-3, 6-3, 6-3. Unless these fucking Democrats pack the courts, which is 100% what they're about to do. I like how they're just not even like really being coy about it. Biden's like, I ain't going to fucking tell you what we're doing with the courts. Fair enough. That's fair enough. Because finally the Democrat, you know what it is? That would be proper politics. That'd be a proper political move. For some reason, the Democrats always take the high road in politics and stuff like that. For whatever reason, they do. I don't know why they do that. And when the Republicans don't play games, like they blocked both of Obama's people and said, hey, we're not putting in a new person in an election year. It's grossly it's grossly wrong to do so. It would question the moral of the country to put in to nominate somebody to the Supreme Court in an election year. So they turned down both of Obama's, even though it was like 12 months prior. It was like 10 months prior to the election. And now all of a sudden, 4 years later, they're like, yeah, we lied about all that. We just didn't mean any of it. We lied to all you motherfuckers and pretended something was a big deal when it wasn't. Because fuck you, that's politics. So now if I'm a Democrat, I'm like, yeah, we're packing the court. Suck a dick. If you guys want to play that fucking shitty game, really? Like, and I can't believe people are just okay with that level of brazen hypocrisy from the right. Like, really, guys? They said no, and they said they did some diabolical. Think back to 2016 real fast, and all that shit with the Supreme Court, and now they're rushing to fill it. Bunch of fucking hypocrites. They deserve to have the fucking court stuffed on them. Welcome to 13 Supreme Court members. But you know what? The Democrats are such pussies. They're gonna do 11 because they're fucking pussies. And they're going to give themselves 2 more fucking justices to make it still 6-5 majority in favor of the Republicans, which is fucking so goddamn soft. 13 and all of them are liberals. But again, I come from a country where they actually know how to play politics, unlike America for some reason. Try that shit in any other country, what the Republicans just did with the Supreme Court. In just 4 years, they pulled that shit off. Good job for the Republicans. I will say, guess what? Fucking kudos to that group of people to pull that fucking kind of sly shit off and not really piss off anybody. No one in their base cares. They're like, hey, man, shit happens. That's politics, baby. And I'm like, yeah, so is the court stuffing. You can't really complain about that when that happens because it's going to. That move right there guaranteed the 11 to 13 Supreme Court members. I hate to tell anybody who's like, no, that sounds bad. That's what's going to happen. That's literally the result of that move by the Republicans. But you know what's even sadder is like that bitch might have even got confirmed by liberals, by the way. I'm not kidding. She's not really even that bad of a candidate. Yeah, she's a little crazy, but if she's being honest in the way what I'm interpreting, she's said that I think she said what Roe v. Wade is constitutional. And the only reason you would overturn it is if she said if something's unconstitutional. I don't. She said she doesn't. I think she said she doesn't agree with it personally, like whatsoever. But that doesn't make it unconstitutional. That is something that they do have to weigh. And I mean, even didn't school like. Sorry, I'm reading something real quick. Yeah, that dude, this would take a while to get into. Holy shit. Ugh. Yeah, that was a little worrying. She's gonna get confirmed tomorrow, though. It's like, isn't she like at like 50% pass? Like she's pretty much in. Um, well, she was at 48 yesterday. Which is crazy. She's not 100. Like I'm like, oh my god, what if they 48 her and she fails? Like, wouldn't that be funny if only 48 per? What is it? 48 percent. What are those stupid numbers I seen? What if they 48 her and she doesn't get confirmed? I'd be like, that means I think that I'd be like, oh shit, they're not gonna get it. There ain't enough goddamn time to get all that shit done. Well, there would be. They just shove another motherfucker through. But Congress is about to go on vacation in like 2 weeks. They're about to go into a session. I think they're about to be in a lame duck session, aren't they? Yeah, they're not about to do shit till after this election goes through. So I don't think anyway. I don't know how that works. Congress gets a lot of weird time off. I hate that shit. Family is 100% Republican. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I heard that too, Chad, and I think those are the kind of things that I'll look it up real quick. Let's see what the see what's going on with all that. See how things are looking. Hmm. Damn. Apparently, 100 colleagues at Notre Dame signed an open letter to Amy Coney Barrett asking to halt her Supreme Court nomination, to halt her nomination process and let the election decide who appoints the next Supreme Court justice. So it sounds like Fucking Mitt Romney. Let's see. Huh. Interesting. I don't know how that's gonna go. Do I like jazz? Not really. No, we're done with the politics. I'm all done with that. I got bored of it. I don't care. God damn, that Arch Manning. You guys see him play today? Kid's got something special. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. Fun stream so far. Sorry to get political. I don't really like to. But welcome to my TED Talk. What y'all wanna talk about? Let's see. I think so. I think so. I might start to wrap it up. Actually, everyone's gone. Everyone's ditched. That's all right. I'm getting tired anyway. I kind of wore myself out. So yeah, I'm all done. I'll go live a little earlier tomorrow. Yeah, I run out of energy. I'll go live earlier tomorrow. So that way, yeah, the politics bored me too. I got bored. I'm sorry. I fucked up. I got on a rant and I just let myself go. I shouldn't have did that. I apologize to everybody. But that's all right. I'm tired. I'm tired now. I wore myself out. But all right, guys. We should be live again tomorrow. I'll go live at like 9 o'clock or something. I might play a game or something tomorrow. You don't have to go in because it's Friday. That's good. Let's see how we're doing on YouTube. Let's see how the Pix video is doing for this week. I always like to make sure it's still doing good. Like 56. Oh, 5 point. Oh, that's not correct anymore. Yeah, 57. Oh, 5,660. Not bad. Not bad. I'm happy just to see it go over the amount of subs I get. As long as it does that, I think the video performs quite well. I'm very happy with that. It's been a good year so far. 141 likes, cool. Not bad, not bad. Oh, fuck that. There's 2 different games I'm going to be calling. The Lions and the Patriots are on. Like Lions play the Jags and the Pats play the Broncos. I'd rather watch those, man. To week 3 and 4. It's you just gotta my best advice is just stay consistent to it. Yeah, that's same here. I'm at a bit of a weird spot for a Friday, but it's slowly picking back up. I've noticed Thursday through Saturday through Sunday morning is the yeah. With the weird schedule, shit sucks. It really sucks. I really hope there isn't Tuesday night again. I don't like having to make it Tuesday night to make a video. Yeah, Dalton playing as good as Dak. That'd be idea. That would be pretty bad for Dak going forward. But I mean, it's not like Dalton's a bad quarterback. He didn't make the playoffs like 5 of 6 years, 5 of his first 6. So it's not like Dalton's literally like the worst quarterback in the NFL. You know. Oh yeah, and tomorrow's the big day. I'm going to be calling up, get my insurance shit all figured out first, really quickly, before the fucking Supreme Court takes it away, and then I'm going to get my teeth fixed up in a couple weeks. It's finally time to fix the gap tooth. Pretty sure they can just caulk in some like caulk, and then they just like cut like a line down, like it's basically like drywall. They basically just put the drywall on and scrape that bitch down the middle, and you're good to go. I imagine that's how they fix teeth nowadays. I have no idea. Someone told me it's really easy to have what's wrong with my teeth fixed. They'll just sand them down and then put them back with some fake, like putty or something. I don't even know what it is. It's fake teeth, but it's only like partially fake teeth, like the bottoms of them. I don't know. I've literally been to the dentist like once, maybe twice. But I also have to get like 3 teeth ripped out the skull. Get them weird implants. I don't care. I'm gonna have fake teeth by the time I'm like 35. I don't like teeth. Yeah, they'll look real as shit. Hell yeah, they will. Yeah, I would imagine they look real. I don't know. I don't care. They look better than what my teeth look like right now. Let me tell you, dude, I hate having gap tooth. Look, I got gap. It's just a giant gap in my teeth. It's just a giant gap. You know, I've had a gap in my teeth since I was like 15, dog. I don't like it. Why do you think I talk and I don't show my upper teeth or smile like that? Or if I smile really big, I go like that. I got fucking gap bullshit monster teeth because I'm fucking, oh, dude. My family belief is just get fake teeth. Like that is literally what my mom and my dad both. So just get fake teeth when you get older. We don't do the dentist. That's a waste of money. I didn't even know that like it was like a thing to care about your teeth till I was fucking 23. Like genuinely, I just was like, oh, fuck that. I didn't know the teeth was such a big deal. Let me see something. Hilariously, my teeth are really white though. It's really strange. Like the bottom of my teeth are like, see that pretty white teeth for a heavy smoker and everything. I have very like clean teeth because I mean I brush them 2-3 times a day now, but I've done a lot of damage, dude. And I'll be honest, what really killed me was 2016 to 2019. I had a very terrible candy addiction. I'd probably eat like almost a pound of candy a day. I'll be very honest. That fucked my teeth up, dude. That ruined my mouth. I don't eat candy. I don't eat candy anymore. I'm off this shit. I'm clean. I'm 6 months clean of candy. If you see me eating candy, that means I'm falling off again. Like I'm relapsing hard. You guys probably remember the streams like 2 years ago. I used to always be eating chocolates and shit like that. I loved candy. I was seriously addicted to candy. I can't eat it anymore. My teeth are too bad. If I ever get fucking full fake teeth, oh, your boy's gonna get fat as shit. I'll be 600-700 pounds just off the candy. Any candy. I like sour candy. I like chocolate candies. I like the candies you dip shit into the sour stuff and then you eat it. And you're like, oh, I love popper. I love the fun dip candy. I even like the fucking fun dip sticks. I love candy and sugar. It's a terrible thing. I'm pretty sure I'm diabetic because it makes me fucking feel good. Genuinely, like sometimes if I'm ever feeling weak when I'm walking in the past, I would eat a little candy and I'd feel like I was Superman. So I'm like, I probably have terrible diabetes. Or I'm hypoglycemic. That's a real thing. I've got very low blood sugar very often. So that's probably a big part of the reason why I drink a lot of pop. And I had such a problem with candy. Like I just ate the shit out of it. Because I genuinely would feel better. Like I'd feel like $1,000,000 after like I'd play a game of like disc golf. I'd eat one piece, I'd eat a candy bar and I'd be like, dude, I can do this again. And I would, and I'd do it again. So I think there is actually like a medical reason to why I would eat candy and then all of a sudden just feel like I was on like crack. Yeah, so yeah, you know what I'm talking about, sports expert. You eat a little bit of sugar and all of a sudden you feel like you could do anything in the world. You're just like, oh my God. You know, it's just no, it's I'm at high risk for developing diabetes, which is fucking bullshit. It's like, oh really? I have low blood sugar. Now I'm gonna become diabetic in my life. That sounds like fucking great times. But yeah, apparently if you have hypoglycemia or whatever the fuck that's called, you're apparently like it's apparently it's one of those things where like you can just develop diabetes. And I'm like, God damn it. Of course, I'm gonna be fucking the 140-pound motherfucker who develops type 1 diabetes, the fat person diabetes. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know how I have fat diabetes. Tell me, doctor, you're the medical motherfucker. What did I do? I'm not fat. I took terrible care of myself. What did I do? It's a miracle I'm skinny, doc. Genuinely don't know how this happened. I should be 300-400 pounds. By the grace of God, I'm a very skinny person. Like the amount of candy I could eat in a day, it's bad, man. It's bad at one point, dog. I ate only fast food and candy in all of 2017. This is disgusting diet. Hilarious diet. I gained no weight. I just looked the same. I've looked the same for since like 2013. I haven't really aged much. If I like figured out how to get rid of bags under my eyes, I would pretty much look the exact same age. I'm just a bit more tired. You know. I'm getting to be better looking even as I'm getting older finally. Like now that I'm finally starting to age a tiny bit, from like I haven't aged. Like it goes like I've aged like 4 times in my life. I didn't look any different until I turned about 11, and then I was very tall and I changed how I looked a little bit. And then I looked like that till I was about 18 or 19. And then I looked like that till I was about 23 or 24. And I've looked like this since I was 23, 24. Just varying lengths of beard and hair. And now I'm starting to actually look a little bit different. I'm noticing like my cheekbones are starting to finally fill out. My face has a shape now because for a while it was just a circle. And now I actually have like a jawline. Like I got a shape of a head. It's not just a giant fucking shapeless head. And I'm very happy. You know, it's quite nice that I'm not just a shapeless blob, and I'm not actually that bad looking as I'm getting older, which is very nice. It's a very nice development. I'm thinking by the time I'm like 32, I'm gonna be good looking as shit. So I'll be smashing mad pussy by that point. It's a numbers game, baby, and I'll wait the averages out. You know what I mean? Because every year I'm better looking, and it's something I notice because I look at myself a lot. I'm very critical of myself. If I could get better care of my skin, got to figure that shit out. I don't understand how that works. I don't know one Jew who does, but I'll figure it out. I'll figure out skincare. I just don't want to do facials because that sounds gay as shit. And if my dad ever found out I was putting waxes on my face, I'm pretty sure I just wouldn't have a family anymore. That would just be the end of. I just wouldn't be a son. So I'm not gonna do that. If there's another way to not have a shitty fucking grimy face, I'll figure it out. Because I got soft ass, nice skin all on my body. It's soft as baby shit. Dude, I'm a smooth motherfucker. Like, I got real nice soft skin all throughout my fucking body. And then it's just this grimy fucking rough face. So I got to figure out what I'm doing that gives me baby fat skin. Low fat diet. I need to eat a high fat diet because I don't eat a lot of food, Chad. My problem is I eat a lot of chicken. That's pretty much all I eat, chicken and soda. If I cut the soda out, I probably would have crystal clear skin, actually. Is it the soda that's fucking me? Because if it's the soda, then I'm just going to deal with the bad skin for a couple more years. I'm not going to cut pop out yet. It's on the list. Don't worry. I'm going to eventually phase it out. It's got to go. I don't want to get stomach cancer. Chicken is high fat. Yeah, I need to eat chicken, though. It's all I got. I need to eat beef. Like, and I don't want to eat beef because it's bad cholesterol. So I don't know what to do on that. But I'm pretty sure if I cut the soda out, my skin would clear up naturally. Because I know soda is not good for the skin. If I just drank water. Water and chicken and some greens. I'll be all right. I'll figure it out. My skin isn't even really that bad. It's literally just bags under the eyes. It's literally like right around here is what I got to clear up. Everything else is actually really good. Like, I don't have any acne. I don't know if you can tell. Like, my problem is like right here. See this shit, dog? This shit, dog. It looks like I'm fucking on. It looks like I don't ever sleep, but I actually get quite a good amount of sleep. I sleep for a solid 6-7 hours when I knock out. And I would notice other problems. It was sleep deprivation causing it, like mental deterioration. No, it's not the lack of sleep, man. If it was lack of sleep, by now it would have caught up in other areas, right? Like, it would have been noticeable drops in cognitive abilities. I made sure to look at that, by the way, to make sure that there's other signs that I might be missing. I'm not sleeping enough. And I don't hit any of them. Like, I'm getting more than enough sleep lately. So it's not a lack of sleep, and it's even good sleep because I even know I'm dreaming. So I know I'm even getting REM sleep when I'm going to sleep. He's 50. Well, that's good to know. It's not too much sleep. Dude, I sleep between 6 to 7 hours. I sleep 6 to 8 hours. Sometimes between 4 to 6 because I have I'm technically what's considered, what's that thing called? What the fuck is the word called when you don't sleep a lot and you're completely fine? I've actually had like tests done for this. I'm actually like it's medically documented. Super sleeper or like a not super sleeper or something. I'm perfectly good if I only get 4 hours. I'm that's like the same as you sleeping 8. It's the same REM activity. I don't know what the fuck happens. I'm like a superhuman when I go to sleep. Like, I genuinely, if I sleep for more than 6 hours, I actually kind of wake up fucked up feeling like I feel drowsy for hours. But if I sleep for 4 or 5 hours, I wake up in perfect, and I stay up for hours too. Like, my best energy is when I wake up. If I go to bed at 1 and I wake up at 5, 6 in the morning, I have more energy than I ever will have throughout any point. Yeah, it is. It's incredible. My dad's the same exact way, though. I think it's hereditary, or I was raised really strange to sleep not very much. But yeah, it's super rare. I know that much. But it's completely. My average sleep is 1 a.m. to about 5 a.m., 6 a.m. And if I sleep till 7, I consider that like a miracle sleeping. If I sleep till 8 or 9, I'm sick. Like, that's how I know if I'm not feeling good. Is depending on how long I'll sleep. If I have a cold or something, I sleep till about 9, 10 in the morning after I go to bed at 1, 2 in the evening. And because I sleep the whole sickness away, But like I'll wake up 5, 6 in the morning tomorrow and just sit in my chair like this. Because I have a thing where I won't turn my computer on before 9 o'clock anymore. I like to be with my own thoughts. Well, that's good. At least it wasn't anything serious. Well, I don't eat candy anymore. Right now, it's just chicken, which is good for you. Chicken and spaghetti, which I don't think that's that bad for you. Physically, I've actually never felt better than I've ever felt, which is hilarious. Energy-wise, it's way up there. Strength-wise, way up, like way up. Small injuries that I have healed incredibly quick now. It's just like my face, around my eyes is about as it's not looking good. I'm gonna have to go. I might even go into one of those lady places. There's like a beauty place in the mall right across from me, and I'm gonna walk in there and like try and act all cool and shit. Be like, listen, I got these fucking things around my eyes. Is there a moisturizer I can use that can take this out? And I ain't putting on makeup. I just need some moisturizers. I gotta get this shit clean. And then they might help me with some other problems I might have with the skin. I trust white women and beauty ladies with moisturizer advice. It is like I used to date someone who was into all that. So I used to not have these problems because I'd be like, hey, what the fuck is this? And she'd be like, oh, use this moisturizer. And then I'd be like, and then I have nice clear skin, and it was quite nice. So I'd like to go back to that. That's probably why it's so bad, is that my body's used to having shit in it. But I don't remember what it was at all. I never bought it. I'm afraid to go into those stores. I'm afraid they'll look at me and think I'm like a fucking creep. You know what I mean? Like they'll just be like, what are you doing in here? Oh, I need some moisturizer. And they'll think I'm just in there for jerk off cream and they'll kick me out. I just got bad. I have a bad feeling about places like that where they're just like, you gotta go, dude. You're creeping everybody out. I didn't even do anything. I just walked in. You guys aren't even that hot like they are at the other places. And then that's when you get thrown right out. Like, you're not hot like haircut ladies. Oh, You ever been to like a salon, like a chick salon to get your hair cut? Boy, is that awkward. Every one of them's like a 12 out of 12, like a 12 out of 10, and you're like, what the fuck is this? I saw a girl put electric needles therapy on her face, too firm the face. Oh, dude. I have no idea, Debbie. I forgot what I was talking about. I completely lost everything I was talking about. Yeah, because I went for urgent care. Then they sent me to the hospital for further evaluation. I was scared as I really thought I had a kidney disease or appendicitis. Yeah, appendicitis is pretty common. Well, not common, but it's like one of those things where if you have pain in the lower right, it's like probably it could be appendicitis. I think they just take that cocksucker right out and throw it in the garbage. They like Kobe it right in there. They're like, Kobe, and it's just sitting in the garbage, and that's the end of the problem. It's your dirt shifter. It's from when you were a wild ape person or a primate, and you ate a lot of things that had dirt and rocks on it. So that's what the appendix is for. It's like a filter, kind of like how your kidneys are filters for toxins. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, acupuncture. Yeah, I've heard about that. That's crazy. I never do that. I have a deep fear of getting AIDS that way. Like, I'm not kidding, by the way. That's why I'll never get a tattoo. I'll never do acupuncture. I'll never get. I need to see the doctors pull the fucking needle out of the package for me to even fuck with that. I'm so deathly afraid of getting AIDS like that. I've never even considered IV drug usage because of the AIDS. Ugh. Like, I would kill somebody if they did some shit like that to me, dude. I genuinely would murder them and their entire family. Like a slaughter. I'd cut their heads off and put it in their laps. Oh, dude, I'm so afraid of that. It's just such a terror. Like, I don't even want to be around someone It's very unreal fear. It's such a weird thing. It shouldn't be such a fear, and I don't know why it is, but I think anything that stabs me might have AIDS on it. So I'm terrified of being stabbed. I don't want to get AIDS that way at any cost. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. You know how scary that is? Fuck that. They don't clean a tattoo that stabs into somebody. That is a genuine way to get AIDS from a tattoo. Some tattoo places are fucking filthy, and sometimes they don't switch the needles around. And guess what that means? Welcome to AIDS. Fuck that. Fuck that. Because it is a needle that stabs you. And it's stabbing into your skin. Meaning there is blood, there is needle penetration, meaning there is, if they don't have a clean needle, that is the mixture. Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. Such a fucking deep phobia of mine. It is. That's why your boy will never have tattoos. I pierced my own ears, then went and got it. Then I went and bought official studs. Yeah, I used to have gauged ears, by the way. That was part of my punk rock days. Back when I was involved in the music scene, and I thought I was going to become a songwriter. That was a whole different weird time. I literally had size 0 gauges. Things were pretty cool. I was fucking them skinny scene chicks. It was good times. It was good times for old Rob. But, you know, I was like, oh, I don't like any of this. And I took them out. And I was like, yeah, I'm done with that. And I was, you know, that was fun while it lasted. Yeah. Yeah. I shouldn't have gauged my ears because it's therefore I could put something in them. Like right now, if I had something sterile, I could just genuinely put something in there, and they would just be. I don't think it needs to be that sterile. They're just healed holes. Like I could shove something in there, and I'd just have it in there. Hold on. Is there a way to prove that shit? Hold on. I would have to, yeah, it'd have to be a little sharp. It's starting to close up, but yeah, you can kind of see like a. Is it more prominent? Yeah, it's more prominent over here, right here. See, you can kind of see a hole. Right there. Yeah. But. Is he right there? That's from when I gauged my motherfucking ears. Yeah, old Rob used to be punk rock. I've often thought about putting earrings in just to be hilarious. Getting giant hoop earrings and everyone being like, what the fuck are you doing? Yeah, so what are you going to do about it? If I ever become really rich, by the way, I'm going to have giant hoop earrings that have Patriots symbols on the bottom. I'll look hilarious if I'm ever rich. I'll have giant glasses and shit because I need glasses. I'm very blind. I should probably get those soon. But I'll have giant hoop earrings that have little Patriot symbols at the bottom that are like this big. Yo, like, aren't those heavy? Nah. My ears can support size 0 gauges. I'm just glad I never made the decision to go to 00. Like I kept it at 0. No, I did go 00. That's why they're permanent. Never mind. I went 00. And that's why they look like this. I forever have pussy slits in my ears. I actually looked really good with gauges too, by the way. Like I have a giant head and it just made my ears look really cool. But there's a lot of cleaning and maintenance that goes into it that I just didn't give a fuck to do. Every day, I didn't want to do that. It lasted about 8 months of that look. And I went, oh, I'm done with this. And then everyone's like, you know, that's like permanent. I went, yeah, so. I don't give a shit. No, I don't. And then hilariously, sometimes I just like girls had earrings. I'd be like, let me see that earring. And I'd be like, want to see a magic trick? And I'd just be like, now it's a cool trick. I could just like take someone's earring and go. And they go, what the fuck? And I'm like, yeah, I just pierced my ear. Look how fucking strong I am. And they never see it coming. It's it's my favorite trick to pull on people. Because like I'll just be like, want to see me pierce my ear? Womp. And I just shove it in there and they go, what the fuck? And I'm like, yeah, I didn't even bleed. I'm a fucking machine. And they just go, and I'm like, no, I had gauge tears. There's just a hole there. It's just like a healed up hole. It's the same as like my finger. Yeah, they genuinely. So, dude, that's genuinely made somebody scream before. Because I just took somebody's like earring and just shoved it in and went, eh. They're like, did you really just pierce your ear? I'm like, yeah, I just shoved it in there. What's the big deal? And I was like, I'll do the other one. I just shoved it in there. And I was just like, yeah. They were like, yeah, that middle nose ring that people do, that bull ring. You shit your pants at Walmart the other day? Hell yeah, bro. That's what I would have done too. I'd have been like, that's not me. Like, that wasn't me. Somebody left some shitty drawers in that fucking changing room. It's disgusting. I'm gonna sue. Yeah, tongue piercings don't make any sense. That's stupid. But the bull ones, the bull piercing, it's slightly grown on me, but not really. You know, it used to be a deal breaker actually for me. Believe it or not, like as unjudgmental as of women as I actually am, when I find them attractive, I don't really care about like tattoos and piercings. I don't care. The one thing that bothered me, and like it would be just a deal breaker. I would not date a girl who had it. Is the piercing right here? I'd just be like, oh fuck that. I just had a genuine problem with it. Now it's like some girls can actually, if it fits their look just right, some girls actually can pull it off. Generally, they're not white, but you know, because I've started to see a few girls that I like who have that look, and I'm like, oh yeah, that looks nice, and I'm like, okay, that makes more sense. Okay, I always forget. I really am not just like I barely like white chicks. So like when they start fucking up, it's just like, ugh, gross. But there's like some occasional, just really hot white girls, like Kendall Jenner. Even without makeup, she's hot. You know, it's just a good job. Every so often, the white race does good job. Look at me, I'm white. This is a general like this is like a general white person. This is what we're just not good looking. Yeah, I'm not a lip guy either. I don't really like the lip piercings. That feels like a you're not old enough to get cool piercings yet piercing. Brow piercings? Yeah, that's weird. I don't date people with too many piercings either. I'm like, listen, man, I get like you're like edgy or something, but like I'm not into this bitch. Kendall's way hotter than the other one. That other one is a fucking monster without all that makeup on. Holy shit. What's her name? Kylie looks like without makeup. Kylie looks like the kind of chick I could bag. I'm not kidding. Hold on. She's not that hot. She's a supermodel. You know what it is, though? I'm a sucker for certain features. Big eyes, and that's it. I like chicks with big eyes. I'm not even going to front with you. If a chick's got a set of doughy looking eyes, I'm just like, oh, man, she's so hot. And like, she's even hot without makeup. You can barely tell when she don't got it on. This, on the other hand, is a monster. Yeah, that's pretty manly. She's just skinny. I don't know. I got like a 2% chance with her. You never know. Like, some crazy shit could happen. She gets burnt up in a fire. I still know what she used to looks like, so I move in. I just gotta hope some crazy shit like a fire happens. And then old Rob will scoop in and still say, "Oh, you're still beautiful to me," and I'll get what I want in the end. Or I got to become very wealthy. I don't know how that works. At some point, there's like some Jewish options I get to cash in, and we'll be all good. And then I have a chick that looks like that somehow. You can only hope. But I really like chicks with. Yeah, I'm better than Devin Booker. I'm better than him. He's like half a retard or something like that. He's fucking. She doesn't want to have his kids. I think he's like got like a, in his family, like in his like family. So like she doesn't want them genes. You know what I mean? Like you don't want that. Or unless you want like a retarded kid, possibly. I don't. And you can have one. Be a damn waste of pregnancy. I consider myself in competition with these guys, by the way. It's a long list. I'm at the very bottom. But yeah, I'm not really worried about all that. I probably got a bigger dick than both those guys. So I'm not really that concerned. Or I'm like probably right around the same kind of measurements. I'm not really that concerned. They're just a bit taller than I am and got more money right now. That's why I'm at the bottom of the list. I'm on the list because I'm huge. But at the same point, it's like, well, there's probably like 50, 60 guys above me that I got to get, more significant than. And yeah, I am. I don't know why you even put the laughy face there. I'm genuine. You know what's going to be terrible is if I become very wealthy and I'm dating her and I can look at everyone and go, yeah, I knew this was going to happen. I'm a very confident person. If you don't think you can do something, nobody will believe that you can do anything. So the number one person you got to believe in is, of course, yourself. And then a lot of good things can happen after that, because if you think you're very good, you'll have high confidence. High confidence will lead you to take chances. Chances could potentially lead to windfalls. And I'm half Arab. I'll just get a card that says, hey, I'm half Arab. I'll get a tan. I'll go spend a couple summers. I'll go spend like a year in the Middle East, come directly to California in the summer, and hope to God I keep some color. Because as soon as I land in America, it starts to fade. But I do get a nice bronzy, like reddish color when I can tan. It just takes like 6-7 months to develop. It's a very slow burn. It happens. It was sort of happening over the summer. You slowly seen me starting to, like, my arms were starting to get this like nice copper, like a copperish color, and it just stopped as soon as it's just not hot enough. Most of that was from out in Utah and Colorado too. That coloration I got, it was very nice. I was like, oh yeah, I'm not pasty anymore. Quickly turning back into Casper the Friendly Ghost, and it's not fun. It's not attractive. I just look like a Viking instead of a fucking savage. I just look like a Viking. I look like a white savage, which isn't as fun. I don't know. Vikings are cool, I guess. I don't know. I just don't like Russians, and a lot of Vikings became Russians, or did you know that? Like Vikings, I think the Norse, not the Norse, the Rus Vikings became the Russians. Why am I not living in New York? My brother lives in Michigan because there's a very heavy population of Muslims and Arabs that live in Dearborn, and that's where my brother immigrated to. Plus, he got into the University of Michigan at Dearborn for his undergrad, and then he went to the regular University of Michigan for his law degree. So, and by the time I showed up, he was already had pretty nice establishment in Dearborn. So I popped on over like, hey, I'm another one from the Middle East. Seems like I'm at home. Sweden fought a Russia war with Russia in the 1700s. Yeah, I think that's like the last major war Sweden's been involved in. I don't even want to. Yeah, tongue piercings, they get infected super easily too, I would imagine. Seems like a bad idea all around to the tongue piercing. Look, I can eat pussy really good. You know, like fuck that. Just shove your fist in there like a man. That might be the most fucked up shit I think I've ever said. What you do is you just play her like a puppet. Blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? She's a woman. She's an object. Don't think she's feelings. Just talk, bitch, talk. No. Don't do that. You might get in like legal trouble. You might actually murder somebody if you do that. Don't ever listen to me on dumb shit like that. I wouldn't ever do that. It feels like rape. I think it would be funny if somebody did that. I would be like, wow, that's the most brutal shit I've ever heard of. It's fucking dark. But yeah, I wouldn't advise that. You deserve prison if you did that. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Tattoos, you know, some people do tattoos. They eventually want to get one. And they're cool. Like I honestly wish I wasn't such a pussy about the whole getting AIDS thing from a tattoo. Because there's like several things I would get tattooed. A bunch of crazy Illuminati shit just to bother people. A bunch of like Jewish power symbols and shit like that all on my back so I could really like just because I'm friends with conspiracy people. And I'd want to like take my shirt off or something around them, and then they see my back and they go, oh, you know, just for that one thing, you know, like just for conspiracy people to sometimes if I take my shirt off and they see all like this like Illuminati symbology and like Jewish Zionist symbols that I know, I would have them all printed throughout the body. So I can just take my shirt off. I'm like, oh, I stretch out. They're like, you know, the conspiracy people, they're like clutching their pearls. Like I would only get troll tattoos, dog. Like I can't. That's why I can't do shit like that. Cause like I'd have the Mossad. I'd have the Mossad thing across my chest and stuff, like the Mossad symbol across my chest. They'd be like, that fucking Eric guy who does the flat Earth Eric guy. He'd be like, why does he exist? Alex Jones would have he'd have pictures of my back on the internet. There's fucking kike. It'd be a good time. It'd be a good time. But again, that's why it's a good thing I have this fear because like I'd do dumb shit. Dude, I'd have ruined my body with tattoos probably. With just dumb motherfucking tattoos. Yeah, and it's also kind of like grossly against. If I was like a practicing Jew, I wouldn't have damaged my body like that. If there's anything, I actually somewhat agree on that one. Weirdly enough, actually, like if there was actually rules to religions, I'd be like, yeah, God would probably tell you not to do things like that to your body. He'd be like, hey man, what the fuck are you drawing on yourself for? There's paper you can draw on in the ground and some caves. The blood of animals. What are you doing? Yeah, my bad. I didn't think, you know. Yeah, clearly you didn't think. Wham, death. You know, like that's how I deal with people if I was God. I'd still let people know that's the problem. God needs to have a conversation with like two guys or maybe one more person. Be like, hey, let them know I'm still around. I know all about the iPhone. What else? I know Trump is the president, you know, like some crazy, like he just like God comes down, has like a 40-minute conversation. You know how much that would clear up? A 30 to 40-minute conversation with God. Just if he popped in real quick. I'm talking, hey, I'm here and gone. And be very helpful in life, I think. I don't even need to be that one, but like 3 questions. What's the proper religion? All right. Why are we here? All right. And what do we do to go to heaven? 3 pretty solid fucking questions. And that's the answers. And we'd just be like, all right, well, I guess it is real. Put the Jews in Israel right the fuck now. Shit would get in order in this fucking planet, I bet, though. We'd be putting the Jews into Israel. We'd be like, all right, now what do we do here? Hold on. The Mormons get Utah. Put all the Mormons in Utah. That's their holy land. The Muslims go back to Arabia. Christians, we don't know where the fuck to put you guys. We'll just put you in Europe. Just put you in Europe somewhere. Rome? I don't know. I hate religion. Not really. Actually, I don't hate religion. I don't even like to be considered myself an atheist, even though I don't believe in any of it being true. I find it to be a very fun story. So I don't know what that's considered. I wouldn't say agnostic because I don't think that it's true. But I'm not atheist. I'm not against religion. I don't think it's like inherently evil or inherently wrong or anything. Religion is very fascinating for me. But profoundly stupid, but just very it seems like there's like this like and it's not bad. It's not like a bad ego. It's not like bad that we do, but it seems like part of the human ego is there has to be some kind of creation myth tied to our existence to like separate us from being just another animal that happened to develop hyper consciousness. And there's like this, I have this very nihilistic view that there's nothing really special to what's happened. We've just developed a certain consciousness due to certain breaks, I guess. And being able to communicate very well with our species is like a big part of like there's like lots of things that like it just happened over millions of years of evolution type situation, and just and this is where we've gotten to at this point. But I think we have to see ourselves as different from the other animals, or else there's like a disconnect, or like a it would like shatter this illusion that we have that we're different than the other primates or the other mammals on the planet. And I think giving ourselves this like divine creation origin or a special creation myth makes it easier that we just didn't evolve from a single cell at the bottom of the ocean like everything else, and we just crawled out of the ocean over time and just slowly happened. It is like everything else. Like it's like that's provable. Even if like you believe in God, it's like, well, God probably didn't make anything but like dust. He kind of even says he just went like that and everything kind of clicked in. I think even like creationists are like, yeah, evolution like could have happened, like sorta, because they like even creationists are like, yeah, the Earth is pretty goddamn old. How do we count for this one? Well, evolution could have happened, but God set that shit in motion. That's where most creationist scientists are at now. They've accepted a lot of shit, but they will not accept the theory of the Big Bang. And I'm like, okay, if that's where the checkmate is, if that's where the stalemate is, it's on both sides, by the way. That's where the stalemate is. Both sides can get to that point, and then it's like, well, what caused the Big Bang? And both sides go, nothing, and then God. Just that's the stalemate. I would say that's a fair stalemate. That's where it just, well, yeah, both sides are a leap of fucking faith that it happened that way. It's not as uncommonly. What's the term? I guess I'm used to Jews who accept evolution. It's not as uncommon to see the Christian scientists denounce evolution anymore. I guess they're starting to. No, they really still believe humans and dinosaurs hung out, don't they? Yeah, at least they accept that there was dinosaurs now, man. They didn't accept that for the longest motherfucking time. And at least they accept the Earth's old. Some of them now, it's a slow movement, man. I'm just not used to religious people not accepting science. Like, it's being Jewish, it's different, dude. Jews don't fucking ignore this shit. They're like, hey, man, we evolved. This is just the evolution of man. It's just, it is what it is. Like, yeah, there's the stories in the Torah, but those is just stories. They tell you that shit probably didn't happen that way. Where did all the other people come from? It's just like that's one of the first questions most Jewish children ask about the is the very first question people ask. Where did the extra women come from? And that's where I think it's what Abraham's kids. It's like, where do the fucking other kids come from, Abraham? Or no, it was yeah, where do all those people come from? Like, for Abraham to marry. Like, dog, where did people come from? It's like, literally, Adam and Eve had some kids. Now those are the only people. Where did the wives come from for Adam's kids? So that was my very first question when I was hearing about that. I was like, wait a minute, what the fuck? That seems like a genuine gap of information. And it's like, yeah, you're not supposed to take this shit serious. It's just like a story, like a fiction story. That's why Jews don't take their religion too seriously. Like, this is fucking bullshit. It doesn't make any goddamn sense. Right out of the gate, this doesn't make any sense. Right, the first lines. The fuck can this dude have fucking? Who did they marry? Their sisters? That's fucking weird. That's not healthy. How did we make it so far? It feels like we would have shit it out. DNA wise, like 3-4 generations in, it just would have been terrible. Had a bunch of fucking people that looked like the royal families, like the Habsburgs with their weird lips. Humans were spider monkeys. Yeah, we were cool ass monkeys. Well, at some point we were like these little tiny cells next to hot vents in the ocean, chilling and shit. Then one of them became retarded. Except you can't use that word. So one of them became special education, and then a few more became special education, and then it just, they all went in different directions. It's crazy. That's when I wish I was alive. I wish I was a billion BCE baby. That's when I wish I was born, in the billions of years ago. So not like my people were born. All the single cell organisms that were retarded. Just looking out over the ocean, there's no life in this planet, no oxygen, no atmosphere. Everything's just hot as shit, rocks flying all over the place. Probably a really good time to not be alive on this planet before life happened on accident. I'm pretty sure trees didn't happen until them single cell organisms accidentally created like carbon dioxide. I think. I don't know. I have to watch some shit soon. The mutation for eyesight happened once, apparently. Yeah, I would imagine eyes haven't evolved much. I think they've actually said the eyes have like barely evolved. And I think that's like the biggest evidence. We spend a shitload of time in water is our eyes. These. And like, we're like hairless apes. It's just like, yeah, we was chilling in the water for whatever reason. Whatever we were doing, we spent a lot of goddamn time swimming around. And it seems like our eyes were developed to see underwater, and then we came out of the water and they slightly changed, and now we're stuck with these shit fucking these need to like evolve. Like, if we didn't keep giving motherfuckers glasses and we properly did things, we fucked ourselves on our eye evolution. We've completely fucked eye evolution. Like, we've lost that battle. People still need glasses. People still need corrective eye surgeries. Most species, this wouldn't be a problem still. This would have been corrected. But we're smarter than nature. We beat nature to some extent. People we're smarter than nature because we can fuck with our own I don't know, fate in terms of like Darwinism. But I also think that's a way you can tell a species is intelligent if it can fight off its own clear needs for evolution, right? Like we just don't do that because we don't need to. We can think. We don't need the best eyes. Like if your brain and your ability to think it makes it so you don't see the need to like evolve shit like this, probably pretty smart. You know, you're past the point of like animalism, I would say. Like I hope we hit a point where we find out like elephants are conscious and they're just like, hey, stop. And I'll be like, oh fuck. And then we're just like, well, how long have you guys been able to think? Like, yeah, the whole time. You guys are assholes. What the fuck was that all about for the last couple thousand years? The fuck? I'd be like, damn, they figured out how to talk. I genuinely do think elephants are actually conscious, though. And I find it disgusting if people kill elephants or monkeys or other apes. It's like, well, you shouldn't be able to actually physically kill a primate. That's like murder. And how could you kill an elephant? Fuck's the elephant ever done to you, number one? Number two, I'm pretty sure that big bastard's conscious. I think it has gangster thoughts, thinking about being an elephant. Yeah, they have gigantic brains. They're conscious. Like they react to humans and like remember faces of humans. They know people and shit by your face, not just like smells and shit. They go, oh, I know that motherfucker. Their brain lights up when they see us, like we do a puppy, so they love humans. They know we're not like threats to them as long as we're not being aggressive. Like they have decent thought processes. They bury their young, or well, they bury their dead. They mourn their death, or their dead. It's one of those things where it's like clearly that's an animal with some thought processes going on. So to kill them is disgusting, morally abhorrent. It's just like, what the fuck is wrong with you? It's clear that's a thinking animal. Like that's a thinking, conscious being that you're murdering. If it had the ability to communicate, it would say, don't kill me, please. It'd probably ask, it'd beg you not to kill it. And that's sad. Yeah, I don't like their pictures taken either. It scares them. It's like a basic level of retardation. It's very interesting. And I also think the same things with dolphins. Dolphins are clearly conscious. Like, I don't care what anybody says. I think we're actually like if you stayed in the water at the beginning of the human race instead of going out and becoming apes, I'm fairly certain that's what dolphins became. Because like they're like cocksucking, they're us in the water. Like they're rapist motherfuckers, they're violent rapists, they're gangsters. They communicate fully. They have a full spoken language of like 500 words and shit. They name each other and shit. They have full families. They got rape gangs they go around in. Dolphins are some real ass gangsters, and I'm pretty sure they're humans. Just like they're the same as us. They just evolved into dolphins. Like it's just they stayed in the water and never got out. They're like, listen, we have this blowhole. We're gonna hang out with these giant ass whales. They're really smart too, and fuck off. And see, like humans and dolphins actually work really well together. If you're not out there trying to kill them, you can actually hunt with dolphins. Like just instinctually, dolphins will work with humans. Off the case, like there's like places in like islands where these fisher dudes will use the dolphins to like encircle a giant school of fish, right? A bunch of dolphins will, and they'll let these fishers cast the net and drag everything in, including the dolphins, and then they get the dolphins out and let the dolphin go, and then they pull the fucking net out, and then they throw a bunch of fish to the dolphins. And there's never been anything training. They can do that with a baby dolphin. The baby dolphins know to do it, and like young children know to do that. It's like a symbiotic relation. It's like, oh yeah, we know what to do. All right, dolphins. All right, we're not going to eat you. You ready to work? And humans can work like that with certain other animals. We can work with apes in a weird way if they don't try to rip our dicks or our face off. That's why it's best to just let the women work with the apes and us just to stand around with trank guns in the back. Because it doesn't seem like they have a problem with female humans, human females, but they don't like human males very much. It seems like they don't have any fucks to give to human males. They'll rip our dick off and rip our nose off. It's just like that's just like what they do. Apes are some crazy motherfuckers. But as a man, it's kind of like, yeah, I understand that move. I can't even fault male gorillas and shit for ripping dicks off and ripping a face off. If I was a savage, that's what I would do. I'd rip someone's dick off and rip their face off. It's a good way to win a fight, isn't it? As an ape, you kind of have to think about it. And as a primate family member, you have to be like, yeah, that's so I understand that move. It's not a good move. It's fucked up. If you really wanted to take someone out, you rip their dick and balls off so they can't make kids. Goddamn, gorillas are my favorite animals. Actually, all apes are. I enjoy orangutans, gorillas, the monkeys, chimpanzees. Dolphins know that themselves if they dolphins know. Yeah, dolphins will look at and they like themselves. They're fucking conceited assholes. Dolphins are my favorite sea animal. I do like some animals. I know I say I don't, but I only like the smart ones. I like elephants. I like apes. The one they learn language and shit. Yeah, orangutans are my favorite. The orangutans might actually be my favorite animal. I like big cats, like tigers and lions and shit. I just think they're badass. I don't necessarily think tigers and lions are that smart. I just think they're assholes, and they just die. Lions are my favorite animal because they just do gangster shit all the time. Male lions, they don't even hunt. They just go around sometimes and they kill hyenas and piss on them. They just hilarious shit, dude. Then everything's afraid of them. I don't know, man. I think lions are just really cool. They're just badass motherfuckers. When you're 100% muscle and you have razor sharp teeth and claws, you're just a bad motherfucker. Cats are cool for me. When I was about 4 years old, I was at the do in a orangutan, scared the crap out of me. I remember it was one of the worst moments ever. Yeah, there's a definite symbiotic respect for that. Lions, also lions have gone extinct like several times in human history and just kind of showed back up. So I have ultimate respect for the lion. I think it's twice they've been considered entirely extinct, and then just like out of nowhere, a little bit smaller version of the lion shows back, like a bunch of them, like a full. So there's just like one or two horny ass tiny little male lions left. They grabbed themselves the last female bitch and made about 800 fucking kittens. And that was, he fucked till he died, and she birthed babies till she died. And they saved the entire lion population. And then they all had about 800 babies, and they were good to go. And they all started fighting each other again. But yeah, they're smaller than they used to be. Lions used to be like twice as size. Like I think as recent as like 400 or 500 years ago, lions were way bigger. But and it's not even our fault. It's just like they run out of, well, it's sort of our fault, but like land, they genuinely were too big and they ate up all their fucking food. That's another big problem with like polar bears. Yeah, sure, we're not helping the problem, but polar bears are fucking huge. That's another thing with animals, all these big ass animals going extinct. Why are you so large? Like, how did you make it this fucking far at that size? That's what I'd like to know. Like about giraffes. What the fuck is your neck so big still for? Like I get like at one point you had no choice, but like it can come back down 6-7 feet. You can retract that some bitch and just be a normal looking species animal. But instead, you're just gonna go extinct because you got a stupid big neck like that, and it's hard for you to fuck. Like it's like sucks to be you. Like you laid in that bed and made it yourself, you stupid big bitch. Like polar bears, they're gigantic. And that's probably the real reason they're going extinct. There's no food left. They ate it all. That's a problem we have as a species. Why the fuck don't other animals have it? You run out of food. Yeah, sure, it might be partially our fault they're running out of food, but maybe don't be so goddamn big. Other smaller bear species are living just fine, just chilling, making moves. Other weird horse species are chilling, making moves, and giraffes aren't. They're about to die out. Quit being so big, like rhinos. I don't even know how I don't even know what a rhino is, but it needs to just die off anyway. It seems like rhinos should have went extinct in like the 700s. But they made it really far. Hippos too. That the hippos should have gone extinct before the fall of the Roman Empire, but they've made it like a really long way. And it's just like, go away, you fucking weird swamp demons. I don't fucking like you. Like, seriously, what point is a hippo? Did anybody know a point of that monster? Why do they exist? How'd they even form? Why the fuck didn't they die when all the other dinosaurs died? Like, it's just like, what ew. They're just mean monsters. It's just like there's no point to that, to them existing. Look, hold on, I'll show you a hippo. Look at these fucking ugly things, dude. What is this? Why do they exist still? These things should have went extinct when the meteor hit. Fucking 65 million years ago. Ugh, look at this stupid motherfucker. I'd shoot that thing in it, but you know what happened? I'd shoot it in its stupid, weird looking face, and it'd bounce right off and kill me because it has rubber skin. Look at that dumb thing. What is that? What even? Why does that exist still? Why are these not dead yet? Like, we got to stop these. Ugh. That thing can kill like 200 people, by the way. Look at this fucking thing, dude. Why does that exist in the year 2020? Why do we deal with these? Why didn't these all die already? Like, that just doesn't seem like a very fair animal to put against a human being. Like, what? How do you even, what the fuck? Oh yeah, you're a stupid bitch. I hope you died from that. It's just what are you doing, lady? Oh, its mouth is taped shut. What are you gonna do against that? Like, why does these exist? Like, fuck that. Scary. Should have just died when the other things died. Like, I just don't believe things like this should still be alive in the year 2020. Like, this seems like a prehistoric monster. Like, I should not be actively alive at the same. What is this on Twitter? Yeah, I'm afraid of those big bitches. They scare the shit right out of me. Cause you're dead if it charges you. Like, unless I think you can like run in like a weird stray pattern. I think that's actually how you're supposed to deal with hippos. Is you run like zigzag because they can't. That fucks them up. They got weird shitty joints, so they can't. They just give up. Like, and I'm not even like joking. I genuinely think if you're ever in a situation somehow, like you made a lot of bad choices, like I don't know what you've done. If you ever find yourself having to run from a hippo, um, run in a zigzag pattern. It's them or rhinos that can't figure out zigzags. Guess you'll figure out. You will never forget that advice, by the way. Just run in a zigzag pattern. I think it does just go, fuck that. I don't know what that is. We've got to be the most confusing race or animal to these things. We just do random patterns when we run away, climb up a tree and then start throwing shit. Goddamn monkeys. But all right, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm just rambling, and I was gonna leave like an hour ago, so I'm gonna get out of here now. Have a good night, everyone. Thank you for staying by and listening to the crazy ramblings of for the last hour. I had a lot to say. Hmm. All right. I don't know. All right, guys. I'll see you guys later. Have a good night. Thank you for stopping by, everybody. Peace out. Have a good rest of your day. Go Patriots. Go Lions. And of course, I don't know. We'll be live tomorrow a little earlier, and it'll be pretty fun. So peace out. I'll see you tomorrow night. Oh shit! I forgot. You know what I don't like with this is like I gotta